So, today is the 25th of January 2024, and I'm laughing because I've had the two most retarded calls today. So, like, I've come here to do my sales calls because I thought I have a nice backdrop. I'll spend a bit more time to prepare and have a nice backdrop and look a bit more professional. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so well, first of all, do you know what? I actually had a bit of a weird episode before my first call where I started getting like quite nervous and quite, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, I just got really like anxious about it, and I sort of had a little not freak out, but I was like I don't know. I just got really, really badly nervous, like I did at the start, and it was just odd because I haven't had that in ages. But anyway, I grounded myself. I brought myself back down, back to the moment, and I was good to go. So, first call. These this guy was he was a coach and a counsellor, right? And he teaches at uni. So he said he's been outreached before for stuff like this, just wanted to hear what I had to say. So it started off well, started asking my questions, then he jumped straight in and started asking me questions. And obviously you don't want that because I need to control the meet. I need to be the pace setter of the meeting. So straight away, and obviously, but you can't be rude. So you've got to sort of balance it. So I let him ask what he wanted. I sort of deflected it and said I'll come back to it, and then took control again. Anyway, my intelligence gathering was really good. I built good rapport, and I was happy with how it went. Essentially, I thought we built a good connection. He trusted me. He could see I knew what I was talking about, and yeah, he was happy. Now the problem was he moved the call back half an hour because he was late on another call. And then when we got on that call, we had 30 minutes of the slot left, and he had a call. So the call was started at 11:30, and it finished at 12, and he had a call straight after. He said he couldn't miss because it was a client. So I said to him, like, look, I'll be honest, I don't think this is going to be enough time, like, to get through the questions and the pitch, which it's not going to be. So I said, why don't we like postpone it? And he was like, no, it's fine. Like, ask me the questions, and I shouldn't. Looking back, I shouldn't have done it now. But again, it's a learning, I guess. Anyway, by the end of the qualifying questions and finding out what I needed to find out about him, we'd done 20 of the 30 minutes, and then it got to the pitch, and I was like, look, I know I can help you. Done my little transition, but I was like, I don't have enough time to pitch this. And he was like, oh, like, just give me a brief overview. So I'm giving him a brief overview. Then the time's running down. But then we're running out of time. But then he's not understanding what I'm telling, some bits of it. So I need to explain it to him, so I can't give him the whole picture. And he just really, I don't think he was listening. And I was trying to rush it because I wanted to get it in on time before he left. And yeah, we got to the end of the call, and I knew it was blown because I know I'd given him what it was about so he could make a badly informed decision, and I knew he probably wasn't going to jump on another call. And he hit me with an objection. I couldn't even handle the objection because of the time. We'd already run over, and he was like, I've got to go. So like, yeah, I'll send you an email. I need to think about it. So annoying. Like, it's my fault. Again, it's all a learning. So now I know if they haven't got more than 30 minutes, cut it off there and then, and just don't even bother pitching. Because what could have happened was I could have ended the call after the questions and then pitched another time so he doesn't know what's happening. Or I could have just said, look, this isn't going to work. Let's reschedule this, and done it like that, which in hindsight I should have done. But one of them things. So that's the first call. So learning from that is don't pitch in in that short of a time, and do the questions, offer to reschedule, right? So that's the first call. Now the second, my midday call got cancelled, which is moved to Tuesday. Now we're to the call which I've literally just come off of. It started at 2, it's 2:17, so I've literally just come off it. Oh, mate, fucking, like, she was on the call nice and on time, perfect. I had a look at her Instagram page. She seemed like she was established, she looked like she knew what she was doing. Was good on the camera, so I thought, okay, this could be a potential. So get on. I asked the questions in the wrong order because I just sort of freestyled. Again, it doesn't matter, but I asked her to just sort of break down who she's working with. And first of all, she works with everyone and their fucking dog. Like, she was one of them ones where you can tell they don't really know who they're serving or who they're helping. So she was just going in a circle around and around and around about who she helps. She helps women leaders, women entrepreneurs, women in mid-career roles, professionals, business owners, entrepreneurs. And she has a program, like, honestly, like, so much. The call lasted about 10 minutes. 8 minutes was her telling me who she worked with. That's how many people she works with. So I was like, fuck's sake. Anyway, so then I went back. So then I looped back to the start of what I wanted to say. So I said, okay, great. So I understand that. Let me come back to that in a moment. So obviously, I'm just curious to know, what was your main motivation to book the call today? And she went, because you emailed me. And usually people go, just interested to see how I can get more clients, or I'm looking to get more clients, or I need more leads, or blah, 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 whatever. She just went, oh, you emailed me. So I said, oh, but did you see what the email was about? She's like, oh, I can't remember. I just was interested to see what you had to say. So I was like, okay. So I thought that was weird anyway, because everyone gives the same answer. Then I went, right, okay, that makes sense. So, well, since you've said that, I said, are you actually looking for more clients at the moment? She went, no, I don't need any more clients. I don't have any more work. So I said, so you have zero capacity to take on more work? And she was like, no, and started laughing. I was like, well, okay, that's fair enough. I said, obviously the email described that what I do is get coaches more clients. So I said, so you physically have no capability. I said to her, look, I help coaches get more clients and get a sustainable way of it. Or if they've got clients, I help them scale what they're doing. So she just seemed like a bit of probably a tire kicker, to be honest. And if it was good, because I got it out of the way nice and quickly, but she was like, yeah, I don't need clients. I went, so you don't need clients and you don't have capacity to take on anyone else? She said no, which I think she probably did, but I think she was never serious about it. And I think we found that out very, very quickly. So she was gone nice and quick. Again, waste of fucking time, come all the way here for that. But again, it's learning. And, once I got over the nerves, which again, I lost control of my head a bit, but I brought myself back to it. I realised that I was focusing on the close, but instead I was focusing on helping them. And I've made it a thing now. Before every call, I ask for guidance from God, from those that I believe are looking out over me. I'll say to them, allow me to actually help this person, and only allow this to move forward if both of us, her and me, are going to benefit from working together. And that's why I have a calmness about not closing them, and that's why I don't care that they're not closed, because I couldn't help them. Clearly it wasn't meant to be. And it's weird, when you start sort of believing in this higher power a bit more, and God, which I already believed in anyway, but people looking over you and God and all of this stuff, which I believe in, it gives you a real calmness. Because before, this time last year, when I wasn't in touch with those thoughts, I would just be going crazy at the fact I couldn't close them. But now there's a calmness about me. Okay, it wasn't meant to be. They above, whoever, God, angels, whatever you want to call it, they just didn't. It just wasn't right. I just wasn't meant to work for that person, and that's fine. So there we go. You move on, and that is why you need volume in this sales game, and that's why I'm sending so many emails. I was telling my mum how many emails I've booked. She was like, what? Don't overwhelm yourself. Look how many people have you got calls with? Because at the moment, I've booked another call today, by the way. So I've got about 12 more calls. 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about 12 more calls coming. Plus, I've still got more emails to send. She was like, what? How many calls have you got? And I was like, trust me, a lot of them won't be anything, and half of them won't even be pitchable. So if you see it, I've had 3 calls already, and 3 of them weren't pitchable. So that's why you need the volume. But yeah, it's interesting that difference alone, sort of having that calmness that I don't actually need to pitch you. If you're not going to work, I won't pitch you. And if you're not, and if it isn't going to work, that's fine. It just wasn't meant to be, and for whatever reason, we're not meant to work together. So leave it as that and go to the next one. And that's how you've got to do it. You've got to have trust in God's plan for you. You've got to have trust. Your path's already built for you. When you're meant to close someone, you'll close them. When you're not meant to close them, you won't close them. It's already planned out for you, I believe. So just be at peace with it. Be at peace with whatever happens and accept it. Just accept that it wasn't meant to be. Don't get emotional about it. Don't hold on to it. It just wasn't going to work. Even if you closed them, it wasn't going to work. It just wasn't meant to be. So accept it. And that's given me a real sort of calmness about my sales calls. Allows me to be myself a bit more instead of stressing about like, oh, like I need to close them. Oh, what? Trying to be a top salesman. It's just allowed me to be me, and I feel like that's why the calls are going smoother. And now look, I've had 3 calls, right? They've each lasted well under the hour that we've booked in, and nothing's come from it. But I've learned something. So the call I just had, I've learned to ask those questions first. You can sort of gather whether they're serious or if they're just tire kickers. With him, I've learned if they're tight for time, don't even bother, because if you can't get it across properly, then don't even bother pitching. And the lady from 2 days ago, I learned that if you can help them, doesn't hurt you, and it benefits them. And look, I got my, as I said, the universe paid me back. I got my testimonial for doing nothing, apart from telling her what I spent the last 2 years learning. It didn't take me anything. It took me 5 minutes to tell her. So, yeah, it's nice to sort of have that calmness and have that insight, and that's really sort of benefited me. So, there we go. So, for me now, got another call tomorrow. Prepare for that. Gonna start writing my script up start writing the content for the other lady, the nightmare one. Gonna look at the course prices for my other client. Then I need to start looking at better prospecting places. Like these guys, I don't even know if they're good for a trial, you know. Just a fucking headache. Like, oh mate, I don't know. I need to find. He said go on groups and stuff like that. My mentor said go on Facebook groups and look at coaches. Again, fucking difficult. If I can get 1 or 2 of these on, that'll be really ideal. Out of all these calls I've got, which I think is very possible, it's very feasible. But plus I don't need to worry as much because I've got my martial arts coach I'm going to do it from, and I've got this other crazy lady, so I'll do it for her as well. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, I think they're the main things I need to do now. Focus on my call for tomorrow, then prepare for my calls next week, do the stuff for my clients, and just try and find a better place to prospect, essentially. Look, it's going to take a bit of time to understand the niche a bit more and understand where I should be looking. It's like real estate. I think before I was booking all those calls, I was emailing the wrong people, so nothing was happening. But see, the problem with coaches is they all need more clients, or every single one of them. That's why there's so many solutions for it. It's just about finding the right audience. Thinking of it, I need to change my Instagram bio, because at the moment I've done the sort of same layout that I was going to do for the clients, and I've put evolving coaches online strategy, so they never need to worry about finding clients again. First of all, I don't think that sounds very professional. 2, I think that will attract the wrong type of people, because I feel like if you're telling people they won't have to worry about finding clients, you're going to attract the low ticket clients that don't have money like these guys I'm talking to. I think it needs to be about scaling the business to have the high ticket people, I think. Yeah, I need to start building my content. Like, the more I talk to people, I have more of an idea what I can talk about. I just need to make sure that it is towards that higher ticket audience. So yeah, maybe I'll film a video now. I don't know. I haven't got my mics. Don't know. I've got a lot to do, but just a lot of thinking. But again, it's learning staying in the moment, trying to not jump ahead too much, trying to not worry too much about where I need to go, how am I going to get there, just worrying about the next actionable step. So like I say, the next steps for me, get your results for my 2 clients, the martial arts coach and the lady. Do these sales calls, be ready for them, and prepare for my content and find outreach places. That is my step. So once I execute that, we can start moving forward. But again, I can't state the importance of it enough. Like, I saw something earlier that said, I really liked how it was worded. It was saying about the nervousness you have but you're comparing. So in me, I'm getting nervous looking at these bigger guys in the agency space who are earning stupid money and have got loads of clients, got it all sorted. But what they said was really nice. You're comparing their chapter 20 to your chapter 1. I'm comparing myself to they're at the end of the book. They've wrote all the chapters. I'm still at the start. I'm in chapter 2 or 3 at the moment. I've got so many chapters to write that I'm trying to jump. I know I keep saying it. I know it probably sounds repetitive, but trust me, stay where you are. Like, stay in the moment and focus on what you have to do next. And don't get me wrong, it's difficult, but if you can consciously think of that and acknowledge that that's what you need to do, I promise you it'll make your life so much easier. And especially with the sales, anything that makes you nervous is probably because you're looking a step ahead, or you're looking 2 steps ahead or 3 steps ahead. Like I said before, when I used to get nervous with sales calls, because I'm thinking I need to close them. You wouldn't be scared. I'm not scared to talk to people. I'm confident in myself. But the reason I had nerves was because I was thinking I have to close them. Change, just a little mindset shift. You have to help them and focus about what you need to do to make sure you help them. And that for the start of sales is ask them the right questions and see if it even works. That's it. So yeah, there we go. That's where we are today. Bit of a fucking weird day, to be honest with you. So I just need to knuckle down with my other bits, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that's the update for the day. So cool. Tomorrow another sales call, so I'll keep you updated with how that's gone as well.